You never even heard the word esoteric.
Mm-hmm.
But you went that deep. So now all of a sudden we look at these cats and we be like, yo, these cats are just so deep and they're so heavy. And you find them meditating and then they stop eating everything. I said, the one thing where I'm accustomed to, I got the flavor of chicken, so my spirit knows what it tastes like. So unless I change the whole flavor of my diet is the only way that I can get away from that flavor. So in order to do that, I got to indulge in different flavors of the food that I want to take myself to. So then I'll be like, oh shit, I want some of that couscous with some of that them black bean sauce with the fucking whatever on it because such and such made it. The cucumber sap, because these are flavors that I've never had. But if I'm not introduced to it, at some point, if I don't get introduced to it, I'll never know what it is. I know what the motherfucking fried chicken and Popeyes.
That's the potluck culture, in my opinion.
Listen.
I always love when people just brought something to the table because the way it comes together like a menu is always very cool to me.
But regardless, that fucking Popeyes chicken. I'm saying, not Popeye, but I'm saying I don't eat you. We don't eat it like.
I don't eat Popeyes.
You ride past it, but this is the power of advertisement. You know what it tastes like.
You eating Doritos, Popeyes,
listen,
and
Great Doritos. Listen,
All
a Dorito's part of life. It's got cheese and corn in it.
Whatever. And too much other stuff.
Listen,
Please.
Dorito got cheese and corn.
It's
got cheese and corn in it.
I can't.
Which, you can find some humor in that.
My children see Doritos. I just.
No. But it's not like, again, if a nigga diet,
some of sparkling water.
if a cat diet is based on Doritos, then yeah. But my diet ain't based on weed either. But weed is sometimes could block your judgment because of things you taste because it might increase your taste buds. Just being a realist. You know what I'm saying? If cats want to be real, it's not all the time you eat certain shit, but your taste buds are heightened when you have a good draw or you have some, because now I think that's the one part that it allows you to see and feel your spirit.
And you know what? That's why I say we always vibe. I'm telling you, I saw you get off the elevator and I immediately was like, who is this guy? And I think that is the vibration of, the Aya-like energy. It was immediate. You know what I mean? And it was a packed room and a lot of energy in the space. So it was just a very interesting, component. So I'm very glad that I wasn't opposed, you know what I mean, to just vibing, because some people go in places and they close themselves off from others and then you missed out on that exchange.
I think one thing I think to me is like when you recognize spirit, you recognize individuality first.
Mm-hmm.
It's the individual, and it's like that person is an individual spiritually, not physically. Wasn't no entourage, 150 people walking in to secure a person's behavior. You know what I'm saying? Or to solidify because you might have more money than your crew. You know what I'm saying? But like I think as a spiritual being, you can just look at how a person move, and that's like I said, that's the ability to recognize, to me, like the ability to recognize the answer in the question. Like somebody's asking the question, but first, like I said, we should learn all the time. It's like first you got to teach a person about the question before you can even teach them about the answer. Like, how did you get to this point? So now when you get whatever the so-called answer, which we've all learned in these books that we've deciphered, now none of us can necessarily say if the shit is true or not, but the most logical spiritual cat within these realms of your 66 books, and from the Torah.
I have something else. I'm coming back. The Torah, 66 books. That's where we left off.
Right. So, but the Bible in the 66 books, the Torah is just 5. But the 66 books, now you got to watch that 6 and 6 again, because there's books mentioned in the Bible that's not there. The Book of Time, the Book of War, Book of Generations. There's books that are mentioned in there. So anything holy is undiluted or untampered with. So when you say the Holy Bible, so to me it's kind of like, well, first, what's holy is, well, fuck, it's not even in the original text.
The real word is written within us.
Yeah, but then
I agree with that.
Then that's the explanation when you can't explain the written material.
Just like you were saying, we have to be able to connect at a place.
Right, but that's
and the word is a place for
that's
us
like
to connect.
saying you just gotta have faith. Well, how about this? I can't call FPNL and be like, I got faith.
It doesn't display itself like that.
If I don't get up and work, and guess where that work comes from? my soul or my tenacity or my inner being.
Absolutely.
So if that's not guided by a supreme force, I'm gonna be a lazy motherfucker sitting under the tree.
You're taking one part of the Bible. You can't.
No. I'm talking. I said 66 books. That's from
King. I'm talking about
that's
just the
from,
faith part. The faith part itself doesn't stand alone.
Yeah,
You're
but
right.
you can't take. You can't pick and choose from that. If you say you believe in that and you run it through the scripture, you can't pick and choose. Revelation says that. You can't pick and choose from the scriptures what suit you. You can't pick and choose.
Everybody do.
No,
that's right.
But that's not. But see, and that's why we have to get to the bottom of what the fuck are we calling it. That's life. Because now, if you tell me that, then I can be like, well, I'm gonna believe in the cows like the children of Israel.
Guy at church. The stripper guy at church.
Right. I'm gonna be like, well, I'm gonna believe in fuck cows like the children of Israel. We about to worship everything because that's what that story says. But like I said, one thing about the Bible, all of those books were not written at the same time. There are thousands of years that separate books in there. So
I have one that means the scripture continues. The scripture continues. It's
2000
me. It's
Bible.
Me.
Listen, hold up. Bible of 2018. It's not gonna look like that of 60s.
I know, that's right.
It's not gonna look like that of the 30s. You know, I already told you about the Bible of 2018. It's hip hop. It's the prophets and the us, and I'm doing it through music because that's
interlude.
the truth.
I have to interlude here. I've been holding this interlude. Sorry, I have to. Okay, so I talked the last time about keeping the conversation going. I had 2 points. One about how do you grow that conversation without being redundant? And then 2, could we just have conversations with different people? We could have people sign non-disclosure agreements at the door, tell them what we're doing with the vocals, give them access to it if they want to put it on something or share it with their people or whatever. No names will be mentioned. We'll give our exchange. We'll make sure we bleep out any names. And we'll try not to talk about too much specific, we don't want to give
right. For
the
sure.
bones, but having these conversations that can then just be, shared just like this. So I have a couple people already, I'm telling you, that I want to introduce to you, and